Welcome back to Lugogo Cricket Oval. This is the Pearl of Africa. This is match day number 1 of the BATBALL XT10 franchise tournament. Match number 3 happening here in Lugogo. Of course, match number 2 was in Jinja between the Nile Leopards and the Eastern Buffaloes. Here, there is a chance for the Western Bulls to get off the mark. They went down heavily to the power of the Central Rhinos by 74 runs, scoring only 68 in their chase of 141. Their captain Kakaire gets luck with the toss. He asks Rwanda to have a ball. Rwanda captain Isayi Niyomugabo happy to have a go at the Western Bulls. The Rwandans are a very proud nation. They'll want to make some necessary noise. And here is a left arm fast to open the bowling. He is appealing. Now where can that be an LBW decision? Left arm medium. Straying away. Umpire Kamia standing out there in the middle with Ivan Sajabi, Ugandan affair. For the men in the middle looking ever sharp in the lime green. I am not alone in the comms box. My name is Innocent Daula, but I have a voice that has played at this level and represented the nation even at the World Cup. Plays it on, wicket time. It is Rwanda emerging that have made early inroads here at Lugogo Oval in their first match. They are welcoming themselves into the Pearl of Africa in style. 1 wicket down. Allow me to introduce Dennis Athamusali.
Thank you very much, Innocent. And not just a wicket, but a very, very big wicket. That one of the captain of the Western Bulls, Godfrey Kakaire, will have to walk without bothering the scorers. And he leaves his team in a lot of trouble, if I must say, because he's one of their key players and anchor ones. Unfortunately, he doesn't manage to get enough bat on that. Just only managing to play it onto his stumps. And the Western Bulls lose their first wicket. The captain, Kakaire, won the toss and elected to bat. He said, this time, I've realized my team is strong with the bat, so I want to bat first. We are yet to see any of that because now they lose their first wicket with only 1 run on board.
The Nile Leopards winning that one. Dennis in Jinja, game number 2 of the tournament. The Nile Leopards got 107 for 3. They restricted the Eastern Buffaloes to just 62. Eastern Buffaloes not giving them wickets but not scoring enough runs. They lost by 45. Well. Game number 3 happening here and game number 4 in Jinja. Game number 4 already underway. The Eastern Buffaloes playing the Northern Elephants. Eastern Buffaloes are 21 for 1 in 2.2. They're getting quick runs but also losing wickets. Some lively pace. Left arm is left arm. He's still under 19, but his team wasn't at the Division 1 qualifiers because they couldn't get out of the pool in Nigeria last September. In Abuja, to be exact. Something off his pads. The Bulls are trying to run where there is no greener pastures. End of the first. 3 for 1.
Innocent, the Western Bulls have 3 batters out there in the middle. The other one is Mr. Extras, and so far is only 1 scoring for them. The runs they have so far have all come from extras. 10 over affair. So after they need a lot more than that. They were on the wrong end of the first result.
They want to engage guns blazing mode, but you can only fire if you cock the gun. Right now they are just swinging for the heavens and there is no interested. Come here. Saying, that's not out, but it's a good fielding effort. Of course, did have NSA during the bat ball open. They're given a wild card for this one by the organizers, the big men at bat ball.
Falls just in front of the fielders. A bit of a miscommunication between the two allows the two batters to pick up a double.
Good movement there. The pace of Rwanda emerging, proving to be a little too much for the Western Bulls as we come to the end of over number 2. The score is 10 for 1.
Actually, there's a change from the square as the other batter for the Western Bulls is Kule Jonas, and he's out there with Xavi Bwambale. But both of them still yet to get very, very interested. Kule Jonas is the lefty, and Bwambale is the one who's the righty. Group A action happening here at the Lugogo Cricket Oval from the 15th to the 16th, while Group B action is happening at the Jinja SS Cricket Oval in Jinja. The Nile Leopards, Northern Elephants, and the Eastern Buffaloes are the teams in the Group A action in Jinja, while the Rwanda Emerging, the Central Rhinos, and the Western Bulls will be playing here in Kampala.
The left armer is back for his second. Some lively pace, I tell you, Dennis. And that angle from the lefty.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this is going to be a very, very good experience for all the players involved, especially some of these young boys from Western Uganda. These two have traveled all the way from Kasese to be part of this.
Cramped for home again. The angle from the left is making the Western Bulls have a thought.
Yeah, there Bwembale there was trying to be very strong, but ultimately, as a man, he has to go down in pain. He went down there very, very slowly. As just actually going to say that should hurt. Try to be strong for a couple of minutes, but the pain, I think, was inevitable for him to go down.
Here we are, a man on his knees. Ephraim. Some treatment there.
medical time break there to try and repair Bwambale, and I think he should be fine. Sometimes that pain is nagging, but it goes away. You need to be a very strong man when you're out there in the middle and show no fear, show no pain. But of course, Birinjiro has been terrorizing. He's already picked up a wicket.
Across the Nile, in Ginger, to a team looking for its first win in the tournament after being beaten hands up by the Nile Leopards. Eastern Buffaloes are 47 for 1. 47 for 1 after 5 overs. And guess who is hitting the ball like a man on a mission? Is an opening bowler in Peter Ochen. He's got 31 from 15. 1 4 and 2 big sixes. Those talk about the strength of our long levers.
Yeah, Eastern Buffaloes losing to the Nile Leopards. I think they're also seeking a comeback. Ooh. Brave man there, Bwambale, trying to charge the bowler.
Bwambale realizes that there is nothing for him if he stays rooted in the crease. He's trying to throw the kitchen sink at everything in his side, but unfortunately, he's playing a second late. No connection whatsoever.
I think seeing off the bowler for the last few balls would have been a better option, because Birinjiro won't come back after this spell. Therefore, you have a better opportunity on taking on the other bowlers who are going to come after him.
Zama Ivan Birinjiro, left arm. He listens to you, Dennis. He says, let me keep it out, and maybe I'll live to die another day.
You just never know after Birinjiro. The other bowlers are a bit manageable, so but if you try and take him on, you give him an opportunity of making inroads into your batting lineup. So better safe than sorry. The final game of the day here at the Logogo Cricket Oval will be a clash between the Rwanda Emerging Team and the Central Rhinos. That should be the clash of the day.
A cracker of sorts coming up. But first things first, it is the Western Bulls looking for their first victory in this tournament. It's that tournament, Dennis. Week long, but the games are coming through thick and fast. You snooze early on, you lose everything. End of the third, 13 for 1.
Western Bulls did the right thing to make sure that they bat first. Unfortunately for them, it's just not going their way. Putting on a score in a short format game is better than trying to come after a total. Remember, in the first game, the Central Rhinos scored 141. If you get that in 10 overs, that's 14 runs every over.
Chance for a catch. Easy as they come. He almost slept. Did look like he was going to complete the catch, but it takes his just 3.2 overs played.
Yeah,
They're at the slaughterhouse, 14 for 2.
The Rhinos were carnivorous in the morning. They defeated the Central. They defeated the Western Bulls. And now the Rwanda Emerging Team might have beef for lunch.
Hit straight to the only man standing there at mid-off. Young brother to Zappi and Diane Marie Bimenyimana, Ivan Vincent DePaul. Bimenyimana. Many of the Rwandan teams, of course, Dennis, they are being called wasps. So if a sting from a wasp will kill a bull tonight, let them have their beef and as much as they can. Eric Winduhaye turning it on in style. No protection, surprisingly, that side of the ground. But the man at long one runs round and cuts off a certain boundary.
Yeah, these boys have very powerful arms, Innocent. I wouldn't bother to try and sneak in a single.
I would be trying to go for the second Dennis because power is nothing without control. Their throws are wayward.
Innocent, I'll tell you, the last time I tried to play a league game in Entebbe, a couple of weeks ago, running two is really... Running two at this age, I think, is very, very difficult. After 4 overs, 15 for 2, the Western Bulls. The Rwanda emerging team here in Kampala with the assistant coach of the national team, Adeline Twizire. And I'm sure that shows that they are very, very interested in these youngsters to try and take up places on the national team for some of the big boys in case they are not available for a particular trip. Of course, the Rwanda team will be traveling to South Africa for the qualifiers of the Africa Cup. So maybe a good performance here at the BATBALL X tournament could get you into the team.
Of course, Lee Booth Jonathan, a Cricket Without Boundaries ambassador who's doing the head coaching duties role for Rwanda now, staying back to have a look at the seniors who are also having their 50 over league on. I saw a couple of images, Rwanda being very vibrant on social media. Hit down the ground, but not enough conviction from the shots, so they don't get a boundary. But talking about Lee Booth Jonathan, saw him working with the under-13s alongside Adeline Twizere and that man, the development manager of Rwanda, Landry Rurangwa, who is a very good friend of yours, Dennis.
The most interested person, I think, again, after Lee Booth and Adeline should be Laundry, trying to see that these youngsters get an opportunity to...
New in the attack, chance for a run out. It's not completed because the keeper was overzealous, trying to remove the bails before he held the ball.
Yeah, the keeper there very, very greedy, and in the end forgetting his basics completely. But I think the batter was completely in trouble if the keeper had taken that ball very cleanly. Should be a TV somewhere there at the RCA offices at Gahanga trying to follow this action. It's only 10 overs, but I'm sure they're very, very interested in how the youngsters apply themselves.
Watching and again the appeal, but the batter, Kule Jonas,
very quick hands there by the keeper behind the stumps. It's clear he has already forgotten the missed run-out opportunity.
Up in the air, who wants that? Right underneath it, simplest of catches, completed by Ivan Vincent, Paul Bimenyimana. It was there for the catching. Jonas Kule, guilty party, 3 down. They're effectively on the back foot, the Western Bulls. They have not found any answers to the bowling questions posed by the Rwandans.
Yeah, the Western Bulls asked to bat first, but from the look of things, at 18 for 3, didn't look like that was a very good decision. They've had no answers for the bowling of the Rwanda emerging team. The Rwanda emerging now firmly in control of this one.
A new man walks in for the team that needs someone to do an innings repair job. Tumseme in at 5. Israel Mugisha bowling from the KFC end. Another exciting prospect for Rwanda there. He does go through his overs very quickly. Reminds me of people like Frank Nsubuga and Siraj Nsubuga, who want to bowl quickly and get done with the job. End of the over here. 18 for 3. Dennis, it's a tale of two cities here at the BATBALL X tournament. Across town, across the Nile River there. 64 for 2, the Eastern Buffaloes. And here it's 18 for 3 after 5.
Yeah, all the action happening at the Ginger SS Cricket Oval. For now, it's 18 for 3. Ochen Peter still making charge for it. 639 from 21 balls.
Eric Nduhaye to continue from the Ginger Road end. This tournament, Dennis, tackling hypertension with every hit. Not so many hits we've seen from the Western Bulls. Their coach Kakande will be wishing someone can wear his skin and come out to play. He's straight to the screen, running round, and very good fielding right there from a man who opened the bowling and does very well to run round and cut off a certain boundary. Nzira Hanganje.
Innocent, I'll leave the names to you. Maybe if the Rwanda Emerging qualify for the Super Fours, I'll be much better than then.
You can run, but you can't hide. I can bet some little money and tell you Rwanda Emerging are here for a fight. They're not here to make numbers. They got a wild card into this one, but the Super 4 is something they are thinking about very heavily. And Andrea, fortuitous effort from Zappi, I beg your pardon, from Ivan Vincent Paul Bimenyimana. Hitting it very hard, but no connection. If you're watching and you have a friend, maybe in Jinja or Iganga or Kamuli, please tell them to run down to Jinja SS Oval. The action every inch worth a penny, because Eastern Buffaloes are on 70 for 2 here in Lugogo. The end of the 6th, 22 for 3. The Bulls trying to look for greener pastures.
Yeah, if you miss the toss, you may think the Rwanda Emerging team won the toss and elected to bowl first. But you'll be shocked the Western Bulls has to have a first crack at it. They are 22 for 3 in 6 overs. We are playing a 10-over match. And now you'd feel that it is going to be very difficult for them to make a charge for it from here on. The Rwanda Emerging have been very tidy, taken their chances, bowled very well. Birinjiro was the enforcer of things. Once he picked up that big wicket of Kakaire Godfrey, I think the Western Bulls were really put on the back foot immediately.
They realize that ones who won't hurt Rwanda Emerging must look to pierce through the gaps, hit over the top, and play some innovative shots. It's a T10 after all. A little good flick there. And of course, this spells the writing clear on the wall for Coach Ivan Kakande on how his charges must go about the game. The level here and the volume has been turned up a little more. Look at that ground fielding. Look at the throw.
Good cricket all round, powerful arm. Only the throw missing to the keeper, but everything nice. One thing the captain will not have to worry about in Yomugabo is the overrate, because his team has made sure they go through the overs very, very quickly. We're already into the 7th over.
to the 7th in quick time. Israel Mugisha doing a very good job, the spinner. Lots of innovation there being shown by the Western Bulls.
Tumsime Ignatius and Asimwe Blair trying to seize the initiative here for the Western Bulls.
An onside heavy field setting for Rwanda emerging.
Yeah, and all the guys have been trying to play on the onside. I wonder why you try and manipulate the field. It's a 10-over game, but maybe the skill set is still very low for the young ones. That will be the end of the 7th over. The Western Bulls 25 for 3. The BATBALL X tournament has gotten support from Rocky Telecom, Fitness Junction, East Enders, Soroti Cricket Academy, Gunia, Cypher, Jibu Water, Rwanda Cricket, Kes Clinic, Kes Hospital, and St. Francis Health Center.
Was partnering the Uganda Cricket Association there as well, who are trying to operate and tackle hypertension with every hit.
I'm interested in this Bemenyi Mana. Is he a bowler or a batter? Because we haven't seen him in the action. The other two do a bit of both. And of course, Zappi is clearly fire up front for the Rwanda national team.
I tell you, the youngster is an opening bowler. I don't know why. He's not been given the new nut today. And he likes to give it a lasting blow like the bigger brother, Zappi.
Clearly long levers from him.
Yeah, and he's an admirer of his big brother. I've seen him, see how he looks stylish behind the shades.
Yeah, shades on.
Hit back to the bowler. There was a hand to it, but the umpire not in the best of positions to give that dismissal. But Ivan Sajabi says, well, you'll take a walk.
Yeah, the umpire, I think, giving out the batter on instinct because there was something that the bowler looked like he had gotten a hand to it, and the batter was clearly out of his ground. But the umpire, a little bit out of position to make that call. But nonetheless, a good decision at the end of the day. You know that sneaky thing when you get something on the bat and you look behind, the umpires always assume you're guilty because you've looked behind.
Rwanda on top here at Lugogo. Rwanda could be the ones ruling the roast.
Western Bulls railing and in trouble. Western Bulls now 27 for 4, and we're into the 8th over. Francois Zirahangaje, the bowler from the Ginger Road end.
Dennis, you get E for that pronunciation, E for effort. You done well. Zirahangaje continuing to...
Seen a few familiar names. Birinjiro, Niyomgabo, Bimenyimana, those Manishimwe, Mugisha sounds Ugandan.
Namuhoranje, Bimenyimana. You are at home, Dennis, I tell you.
Rwanda has always been second home. They take off.
Chance for a run out. The direct throw would have been a good one from Namuhoranje, Chris Yusuf.
The Western Bulls here are clearly struggling. They will take everything that they can.
The Western Bulls realize that
I'm thinking
Rwanda could be some tads of class above them.
Yeah, very true. And I think the Rwanda emerging team trying to save some energy for the afternoon clash, because that one will be dab into mid-wicket. They can take off a quick one. Good throw to the keeper, but the batter was already in. Keeper bias, and I'm already loving the wicket keeper. It's looking very, very good.
He missed one. You forgive him for that. The easiest of them all, run out chance. Big hit, back to the bowler. He says, thank you for my handshake. You can take the walk back to the hut.
Very easy catch there for Francois. Takes it in his run-up. Made it look easy. Never easy when they are hit back straight at you. The Western Bulls losing their 5th wicket. They are 30 for 5 after 8 overs.
They are in all sorts of trouble. The Western Bulls, Dennis. This is not their day, surely. Went down by a margin of 74 runs in the first one. They find themselves not only just on the back foot, but in the deep pit.
No, I think for them, they will need the afternoon to just maybe go and reflect and catch up on their performances today. Come back tomorrow, try and pick up a win, and maybe you could sneak into the Super Fours if you finish among the top 2 teams. The last 2 overs of the second game of the day here at the Lugogo Cricket Oval. Group B action. The Western Bulls, the Central Rhinos, and the Rwanda emerging team all playing here at the Lugogo Cricket Oval. The top 2 teams will qualify for the Super Fours. The Super Fours will start from the 18th to the 20th here at the Lugogo Cricket Oval. If you have an opportunity, make sure you pass by the Lugogo Cricket Oval. There is more than just cricket for you. There's a health camp to help you test for hypertension and also raise awareness about the disease. But there's a lot more. There's also a physio camp. If you have something that is paining you, struggling with some back pain, make sure you visit the Lugogo Cricket Oval. Everything is on us. It's absolutely free. BATBALL and Uganda Cricket have partnered together to make sure that they bring you this. Ochen Patrick, close to a half century, missed out on a half century, got 48 from 26 balls as the Eastern Buffaloes finished to 96 from their 10 overs against the Northern Elephants.
That man, Bimenyimana, into the attack from the KFC end. Time to fight, time to work, especially if you're a Western Bull fan. Your team is in trouble. The Rwandans are being very, very clinical. They show that they got a wild card here, but they are not a flash in the pan. They deserve to be here. Of course, this tournament will grow in leaps and bounds. Baby steps right about now. And day one is looking like there is an exciting end coming through. Big heave across the line.
Looks like the bat had given themselves out. They were already walking off even before the umpire raised their finger. I don't know whether they are not interested in staying in anymore.
You realize there's too much fire. Wides to be freebies.
Good work from the keeper. Extras has batted well there for the Western Bulls.
The Western Bulls there.
Mr. Extras, the top scorer so far with 11.
Tumsime Grishas, who was next there? He got 8. Coles Jonas had 6. Western Bulls being taken out of their misery. The wickets continue to fall in quick fashion. 31 for 6. Good thing Dennis here that is happening. The coach of the Western Bulls is the UCA development officer in charge of Western region, and the manager is one of the bigger coaches in the national setup. The two of them do coach the Baby Victoria Pulse, Ivan Kakande and Yusuf Nanga. Well, they have platefuls and their work is cut out.
Yeah, very true. I think they have a lot of work to do, especially with the Western Bulls. I mean, it's work in progress, I would say, for them. A lot of the players in that Western Bulls team have just started playing the game, so it will take them at least 3 editions of the BATBALL X and BATBALL Open events before they get very, very comfortable with the skill level of all the other players.
Bimenyimana comes into the attack and picks up a wicket. 32 for 6. Good hit, clean hit, a hit of intention, and that is the first maximum of this innings. Where has he been all along, the lefty?
Should have come earlier. I don't know why he's come at the back in the final over of the match. Wasa Abdul Karim, an angry man. Wasa Abdul Karim, I'm surprised the coach is bringing him very late. Innocent Wasa was the MVP of the Western edition of the BATBALL Open, so he is money's worth.
He had 517 points. He picked up 8 wickets. He got some lusty blows at the back end. Bimenyimana answers, perfect answer to the previous hit out of the park. He says, well, let me bounce you and see if you can take me on.
Yeah,
Good luck, son.
I like Bimenyimana. That's how you should be. You should always be angry as a first bowler, coming back there with a bumper ball to finish off that over. 9 overs gone. 38 for 6, the Western Bulls. Where can they finish? We are going into the final over of the match.
The person who's looked at as a primary bowler for the team. Bimenyimana bowls just 1 over, 4 dot balls, and that 1-6 spoils his figures. He will end his first match with 1 for 8. Hopefully the captain Isai Niomugabo can give him more overs in the next match. But here is a man to wrap up things from the Ginger Road end. Is that man hit up and above? It is Bimenyimanas to collect. They want to, they'll get through. The throw is good, but the passman does make in time, and the backup from the Rwandans is good as well.
A new bowler, Chris Yusuf. Innocent will help us with the other name.
Namhoranje, Dennis. Very easy name. Namhoranje.
Chris Yusuf Namhoranje is a new bowler.
The Rwandans have thrived with edged. What an effort from the man
Top
standing
quality.
deep at a fly slip.
Yeah, top quality effort there, and I think it's the captain Birinjiro Nyomugabo puts in a beautiful effort. Very quick outfield, so he was intelligent enough to just make sure he puts in a dive, because once it beats you, there's no point in chasing it.
Similar one put in by the young Bimenyimana in the first over to make sure there was no fast start for the Western Bulls, who have truly struggled in this innings. Well, it's a game of two halves. Maybe they will give the Rwandans a dose of their own medicine with the ball. Good hit. There is a fielder underneath that one. Good fielding. The stop is good.
Yeah, intelligent stuff there from the fielder. Instead of choosing not to go for the catch and just making sure he cuts off the boundary so he keeps it to one. But Luasa making some good connections. I think he's sending a message to the rest of the team, and especially the technical team. I'm wondering why he's batting very low down the order.
One message to them, don't hold me back.
Yeah,
Let me
he's
go.
first 2 balls and scored 7 runs.
There he goes again. This time, this is a catch taken by the skipper, Isayini Omugabo, who has made himself very busy.
Yeah, Christabel this time not finding his gap. The other time he found the gap, but the ball was cut off by the captain Nyomugabo. But this time lands safely in the hands of the captain Nyomugabo, who takes a very good catch. The Western Bulls lose their 6th wicket for 42 runs.
Seven down, 42 on board. The Western Bulls. No green pastures for this. Wicket time, 8 done. It's a wide, yes, an extra run to the total, 43 now. But the keeper does a good job there to remove the bells with the batsman trying to add advance down. Ephraim Kambale is gone. Western Bulls. No reprieve whatsoever. Here we are. 2 legal deliveries left in the match. 43 for 8. He's trying to go through his overs very quickly. Hit. Shot number 10. Final ball. Rwanda have done a terrific effort in the field. And that man wraps things up with another wicket. Israel Mugisha, 4 wickets for him in the match. 4 for 6 in his 2 overs. 1 for the future there as Rwanda wraps up things here for a very, very meek display from the Western Bulls. They end on 44 for 9. It's been that sort of innings where things have gone one-way traffic. Apart from winning the toss and electing to bat first, Geoffrey Kakaira, the skipper, went for nothing of 2 balls. Xavier Bwambale got 2. Kule Jonas got 6 from 19. Tumsime Ignatius, the other person to play more than 10 balls, 8 from 14. Asimwe Blair, taken out of his misery for 2. He was run out heading to nowhere. Arinaito Christabel, 5 from 5. The strike rate was good, but the runs not good enough. Nazir Kigwe, clean board by Vincent Dipol Ivan Bimenyimana for Naut. Luwasa Abdul Karim came and showed us that he can strike the ball out of the ground with 1 huge 6, but that was all he had to show. Ephraim Kambale went for nothing. Victor Mohindo, 1 from 1. Tail of the tape with the scorer, top scorer of the innings here being the extras. The Rwandans in freebie giving mode, giving them 13 runs in extras. 44 is what they end with for 9. But look at the bowling card of the Rwandans. 1 for 6 in 2. The opening bowler, Amwar Biringiro, who led from the front alongside Francois Zerahangaje, 1 from 10. Eric Uwidohaye, 1 from 7. Vestusa, his 1 over, no wicket, 5 runs. Vincent Dipol Ivan Bimenyimana, 1 for 8. But that man, Israel Mugisha, with the Ugandan name, bowling lines of deceit and picking up 4 for 7 in his 2 overs. 45 is what Rwanda Imagine will need. We will be back in a jiffy. The umpires are already out there in the middle for the second innings. Rwanda need the little matter of 45 runs to win to get their tournament started effectively. The Western Bulls were on the back foot. They struggled. Opening batters already out there in the middle. The umpires, Ivan Sajabi and Mr. Kamia, already out there as well. Dennis Musali is taking a short break from the comms box. I have a fast rising talent here with me. Let's see how he plays catch up. Leonard Kangume, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Innocent.
Short, straight to the man. The captain, Isaini Omugabo, trying to go hard. No connection with that one. He almost hold out the only man standing at that mid-off region. This time he cuts beautifully, cuts in the gaps.
Yeah, that's
boundary there, boundary time.
Yeah, that's a very good shot. The Rwanda emerging team will not hang back for this for the low chase. They will get going from the word go.
Talking about getting going. They are in business. If you remove 45 minus 4.
That's already 41.
Again he goes. This time it is beautiful. Right onto the scoreboard there. Almost taking the hearts of the scorers' heads.
Yeah, that's a very good shot. Went down the pitch, lifted him over the middle fielder. Ball rolled down for 4.
Beautiful signs here. The national team players in the building, the national coaches in the building as well. Back-to-back boundaries. That is the power and the class of Rwanda's captain. He says, I am the captain. I do lead from the front. Mr. Isaini Omugabo. He's got 14 runs in a flash.
Yeah, 14 runs, just 3 balls. The Rwandan captain, Rwanda emerging team captain, getting runs.
This time he hits it down to the side screen. There's an effort which is not good, but ends up as a good one because the opener at the other end says, hold for, don't come.
It's a beautiful
Chris
effort.
Yusuf Namuhoranye will take strike now. Hitting down the line. Namuhoranye off the mark. It's the end of the first. 16 without loss. If they've got 16 in the first over, they have taken at least a quarter of the runs off. They bring a man in. Kakaire doesn't hold back this time. We saw him toying around with the bowlers last time. But after 10 runs, over went for 16. Here's Kakaire Joffrey. Flicked off his legs. Runs down. They want a second. No, they won't take it. Just carry to 1.
That's a beautiful flick down to the leg side. Yeah, they're trying to look for the singles now. Getting everything, get to hit the bat.
Here's Mr. Kakaire. A man who's looking every inch stylish. He doesn't get enough bat on it, but was looking to lap it down to fine leg. Give him one more run to his total.
That just needed some extra power behind it. Right? I think it just hit top of right of the bat. And he's gone. Bowled. Kakaire gets his first victim. Rwanda emerging are now one down. The Western Bulls will take gratitude for that. That's good bowling from the captain. That leads to the score now being 18 for the loss of 1. But still Rwanda emerging, still requiring more 27 runs to put down the game and bank their first win of the tournament. The new batsman in is Benhire Christian for Rwanda emerging at 1 down. He will come and take things from where they stopped.
One wicket brings another. They'll have one now. The Western Bulls will be thinking they can bring out another here. Kakaire, the captain. Geoffrey says a lead from the front. He does a good repair job after his team and his mate Tendo Ryan went for 16. Of course, they come here. The standard, the level is a little notch high than they anticipated. But they can learn. That's a beautiful shot, but there's a man underneath it. Does he hold on? Oh yes, super catch. Rwanda lose their second in quick time. He holds out the only man down there. Very good catch taken down.
Yes, that's a good catch. I reckon Innocent said that one brings two and the second one is there. The fielder had to take like 7 yards, take the catch down here in the long on position, and it was a great take. The score is still 18 for 2 now. Very, very, I know it's an uphill task for the Western Bulls, but I think they are getting their bowling right through their captain, and they are getting the wickets and trying to push back to put the pressure on the Rwanda emerging team. The Western Bulls will be looking to avoid their second defeat, because it will put them on pressure. They want to get into the second day 2 losses down, but still an uphill task for them.
Beautiful shot, nice little flick. Kakaire knows he did stray away from the lines, and he is duly punished.
Kyle has tried to bowl 2 Yorkers in the over. We all know what he's trying to do, put the batsman back to his defenses. But the batsman looked good, got a fourth. The final ball of that over, and that's leading to the score to be 22 for 2 after the end of the second over.
An exciting field setting here from the keeper of the Western Bulls. They know they desire an effort of sorts. Hit hard, chance for a catch, and the catch is well taken. Rwanda are digging themselves into their own grave, trying to go for power when it's needless. That's a good running catch right from mid-off, across straight into the side screen.
Yes.
Boom, wicket time.
The captain who looked to be going, Isaiah Nyinyomugabo, has dropped his guard. And they've got him by trying to convince the next batsman to get them going, take them to the milestone. The Western Bulls know that this could be a chance to get the pressure because they know they are getting deep into the batting lineup of the Rwanda emerging. Probably they will dig in deep till they get them to the bottom. It's turning to be a low-scoring game. The new man in is at number 5 is Daniel Gamsenge.
Jimsenge. Work to be done. Good line, good lengths. The 3 down. Ephraim Kambale comes into the attack and is bowling beautiful. Rising to the occasion after being asked to come into the attack and do some work for his captain, who bowled us a very good over that went for just 6 runs, and he picked up 2 wickets in it.
Yes.
Short ball, chance for a catch. Oh no! He drops a sitter.
The Western Bulls will live to regret that. He must have taken that. That was a sitter, a chance to be taken, a second for the bowler in that over.
Touch and go. Yes, they run very quickly. Sensible from the 2 men there in the middle. Vestusa and Daniel Gumusenge. Touch and go again. Sensible cricket from the Rwandans. They realized that going for power, they were getting broke very quickly, losing wickets. Now they touch and go because the men are sitting back on the 30 yards.
It's really been good thinking by the bowler in this over. varying the ball in all at all different lengths for the batsman not to get him.
Flash stays just as a flash. No connection on it from Vestusa. The runs came in the first over for Rwanda Emerging. They dried up. We saw a spate of wickets. And now 3 overs gone. The score is 25 without loss.
Kakaire, the captain, will come back for his second spell.
Kakaire bowling his last here. Strays down the line. It's wide. Kakaire is a tough competitor. Picked up 2 wickets in his first over. Would like to wreak some more havoc here. Chance for a run out. The run out is completed by Kakaire. What an effort, backing up his own bowling.
Yeah, there was poor communication between the batsmen. You see that the batsman at the bowling end had no idea where he couldn't resisted the run. Western Bulls taking the game into their own hands. But I have to say that the Rwanda emerging batsmen have led to their own departure for the most wickets in this innings.
Good flick onto the onside. Mid-wicket region is interested. They resist the temptation of taking on the arm of the bowler and the fielder.
And I imagine still need 18 more runs in 6.4 overs.
Good shot. They'll get one because there's a fumble in the field from Obele Owili.
Yes, when you set low totals, you have to keep it tight in your field, not to give away anything free. And I think the captain will not be happy by that.
Captain Kakaire Joffrey continues to fight for his team. Unfortunately, he can only bowl 2 overs on the day. And I will know they have all the time in the world to chase down this score. Cheeky, stylish. That is Rwanda for you. They like to be very innovative.
Yes, Yves Yusa trying to be innovative in the innings. The boundary had taken some time with wickets falling around, and that boundary leads to the score to 32.
Loic Eloy. Cheeky from him. This one hits it very hard, no connection. Two for 4 here. Another shot straight to the fielder, but Butterfingers enable Rwanda to scamper through for a run.
Another midfield there. Yields 1 run.
Misfield, of course, from Asimwe Blair, named after the former Prime Minister, the British Prime Minister, Tony Blair.
Yes.
It is the end of the fourth. 33 for 4. Appealing very loudly, but appealing for nothing. Rwanda need 2 runs per over. Western Bulls, no, they didn't get enough, but they've worked very hard. They have gone down with the fight. Already they've picked up 4 wickets. Pulled a half tracker, and look at some footballing skills there down. Come through for the second.
Cuts off.
Choose are not interested in the third. And Babas looked like he wanted 1. Nothing short. No reward for it.
Ephraim Kambale, the Western Bull bowler, trying to keep his team in the game with a few runs still required for a Rwanda emerging team to win.
Lots of exciting talent in this Rwandan side. First Chusa once upon a time an opening batsman on the top order. This is okay. This is good. Rwanda won't care whichever way they come. Just a shimmy across the stumps and pouring it onto the leg side with, of course, no protection, no fine leg in place.
Yeah. That boundary brings them closer to the target score to pocket their first win of the tournament.
The Rwandan dugout finding its voice. Can hear them. They're very ecstatic with the way things have gone in their first match. And more style, more poise from him. This is what you like to see. A 360 degrees player is Eloy Loic Abimbaba's.
That's a fancy, fancy shot. Getting runs like that says it all in a batsman. He's confident about what he's doing at his age. Few can do that at that age. That's Eloy Loic Abimbabazi, sorry.
2 runs to win for Rwanda emerging. Here's this one here with power down the line. Does it reside to the boundary? It is cut off, but even if it doesn't reside to the boundary, the game is done and dusted as a contest. they get the 2 runs they need for victory. It's game, set, and match, says the umpire. Rwanda emerging, win by 6 wickets with 30 balls to spare. What an emphatic display from the Rwandans.
Yes, the game was there for them to win after good bowling from the Rwanda emerging team, making the Western Bulls set 44 for a loss of 9 wickets. I think it was there for them to chase. Unfortunately, the Western Bulls will have to take in their second defeat. But kudos to the Rwanda emerging team. Yes. The captain got things going for the Rwanda emerging team. Isai Niomogabo with 16 of 7 balls, 1 big 6 and 2 boundaries. Chris Yusuf Numurohanye, his opener, got 2 of 3 balls and was bowled by Geoffrey Kakaire. Christian Benure came 1 down, gone for none. Yves Chusa got 6 runs not out of 4 balls. Daniel Gumseye was run out by Geoffrey Kakaire and Eloy Ainembabazi, the batsman who got the Rwanda emerging team to the cross line, got 18 of 10 balls with 3 boundaries. The bowling effort from the Western Bulls, Tendo Ryan bowled 1 over, considered too many, was too expensive, got 16 runs. Geoffrey Kakaire, despite the captain heroics, he couldn't make the team cross the line. Bowled 2 overs and got 2 wickets for 14 runs. Ephraim Kambale bowled 2 overs, 15 runs and got 1 wicket. Yeah. The Rwanda emerging team has won this one by 6 wickets, and they will be happy to grab 1 in the bank before their next opponent, the Central Rhinos, who we all know for their capabilities, shall be going in for the presentation.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of match number 3 on game day number 1 of the BATBALL X tournament. A beautiful game played between the Western Bulls and Rwanda Emerging. Of course, the Western Bulls here batting first, getting just 44 after they won the toss, and then Rwanda Emerging chasing that down with a whole lot of 6 wickets to spare and 30 balls remaining. Well played to you, Rwanda. First things first, Kakaire, please, the captain, come through. Let's have a quick chat. Tough luck today. You won the toss. Do you think that was the right decision?
Yeah, it was a right decision because we never knew how Rwanda plays at first. Then, like we batted in the first game, I saw that we can score some runs, so I decided to bat first so that we can put more runs. Unfortunately, we have lost.
You have lost, but you're not yet out of the competition. Tomorrow you have to come back bouncing hard because there's still a chance for you to make it to the Super Fours. Again, what is your coach, Ivan Kakande, telling you guys? Where would you like to see the improvements, and what do you guys plan to do as a unit, because you're also playing for yourselves?
We plan to win the next 2 games in order to qualify, because we need to stay here until the tournament is over.
Thank you very much. We'll say to you, Geoffrey Kakaire, enjoy your evening and enjoy the rest of the tournament. I see you. Captain, please come through. Izzy Mugabo, you came here, you said you want to take it 1 game at a time and make it to the Super Fours. You have gotten a fast start. Tell us about this game.
Yeah, thank you. Just what I can say, just thank you, my guys, for helping me to win this game. And as a message for another team, we are not going to stop. Yeah, I want to win all games. That's the purpose.
Well, thank you, Israel. Please take your place. We'll play to you, Mr. Mugabo. Israel says they're going to be fighting till the very end to give out the player of the match. Is the CEO of BATBALL, Mr. Akashit Mandan. Please come through. The player of the match, a couple of contestants. Of course, they are Israel, the way you batted, getting your team off to a flyer. Eloy Abimbabazi with your big hits. But the player of the match, he set the tone from the start with beautiful figures. 4 wickets for 7 runs. Israel Mugisha. Israel, please, you can wear your medal, please. Wear your medal. Wear your medal. Please wear your medal. Well played, Israel. Tell us, what do you make of this wicket as a spinner? Day 1 wicket, but you guys were, all your spinners bowled very well.
So first of all, I want to thank you for my team to win this game. It's a very good game. We are playing T10, so we are pushing hard and to do the live thing at the live thing time. So the pitch is very good. So we are turning the ball. So we are using the gaps. Even the batter, he played very well. So first of all, we are thinking more. Thank you.
Match coming up, you're playing again Central Lions, which have many under-19 players from Uganda. How ready are you for that game, and what should you expect from Rwanda Emerging?
For Rwanda Emerging is a good game. So first of all, we are playing under-19. So we are learning for Nigeria. Yeah, it's a not good tournament because if we are losing more. So now we are training hard. So first of all, it's a training, and to listening coach, we talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Israel. Enjoy your play of the match award. Thank you, Israel. That is it from the match presentation. Coming up after the lunch break will be a match between Rwanda Emerging and the Central Lions. Thank you.